Welcome back. On today's agenda, we're going to do notes on polygons. Then homework tonight is going to be a Google form. By the end of class today, you should be able to classify polygons. So, when we're talking about polygons, a polygon is a closed plane figure formed by 3 or more line segments called sides. This is very important that it's 3 or more. So each side intersects exactly 2 sides, one on each vertex, so that no 2 sides with the common vertex are collinear. And then you can name a polygon by listing the vertices in consecutive order. So for example, we have this polygon here. I said this is polygon A, B, C, D, E. So notice when I started with point A, I continued on throughout the polygon to name each side moving in a clockwise direction. Okay, so another way that I could have named this polygon is starting with point A, instead of moving to point B, I could go E, D, C, B. Another thing that you could do is you could start at any point within the polygon, just as long as from that point you're either moving clockwise or counterclockwise. You cannot jump around. Like I couldn't say E, C, B, A, D. I can't go from the vertex E to the vertex C because they are not connected by a side. So some other ways to name the polygon, I could say, I could say D, E, A, B, C, B, C, D, E, A. Just as long as, again, you're starting at a vertex and either moving clockwise or counterclockwise from that position, naming each vertex as you go along. So now we're naming polygons. One way of naming polygons is determining the number of sides in order for you to name the polygon itself. So if my polygon has 3 sides, we call that a triangle. If it has 4 sides, we call it a quadrilateral. 5 sides a pentagon, 6 sides a hexagon, 7 sides a heptagon, 8 sides an octagon, 9 sides a nonagon, 10 sides a decagon, 12 sides a dodecagon, and then past that, we're just going to go ahead and say, based off of the number of sides, we're going to call it an n-gon. So let's say that the polygon has 20 sides. We just say a 20-gon. If it has 17 sides, we'd say it's 17-gon. So just depending upon the number of sides past 12, we're not going to name it with a special name. We're just going to say the number of sides / gon. The second way to classify polygons is based off of whether they're convex or concave. So a convex polygon is a polygon where no line that contains the side of the polygon contains a point in the interior of the polygon. So notice I had this polygon here, this quadrilateral, and if I extend out each of those sides and I make them with lines through them, notice none of these lines touch the interior of my shape. So that's why we said it's convex. Okay, so none of those red lines are ever touching the interior of my shape. So we say it's convex. The other way to classify it is concave. So notice in concave polygons, a polygon is concave when the line that contains the side of the polygon contains a point in the interior of the polygon. So notice as an example, I just showed this side being extended out further. And if we extend out this side of our polygon, notice that red line touches the interior of my shape. So because it touches the interior of the shape, we said this is a concave polygon. So now go ahead and looking at just first these 2 shapes, I want you to classify the polygon by the number of sides and then tell me whether it is convex or concave. So go ahead, this is the first shape you're going to identify or classify, and this is the second shape you're going to classify. So for this first one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, making it a quadrilateral. Remember our table that we just filled in, 4 sides means quadrilateral. And then if we were to extend out this side of my polygon or even this side of my polygon, notice I touch the inside of my shape. So I'm going to say that this is concave. And then this polygon over here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So remember 6 sides means we classify it as a hexagon. And then if I were to extend out each of these sides of my shape, none of those sides would touch a point inside or the interior of my shape. So we said that